Alright, welcome to some Living Freestyle Game Dev Livestream Q&A AMA. See how many more acronyms we can put on that for future. Apologize if I sound a little bit under the weather. It's been a fun, sick-filled weekend. So, we do this twice a week. My name's Kevin. We hang out here, and hopefully, if you all have some questions as they apply to game dev, or Unreal or anything like that, we kind of work this like office hours. Hopefully we can help answer some of those, or at least try to stumble through them together. In the absence of any questions, basically we're working on our own game. Why are we doing that? Because even though I work professionally in game dev, there's a lot of facets to game dev, and there's a lot of cool stuff I don't get to do at work. And so this is a chance for me to stumble through that at home and learn a whole bunch of cool new stuff. So I went through and I looked back through all the previous streams. Doesn't look like we have any questions or anything like that. So we're going to be hopping straight back into our own game, and we're still working on AI. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting bored with working on AI. Not really. There's still a lot of cool stuff, and it's not all working, but I'm just not making as much progress as I'd like to. So maybe we'll switch gears first, just for fun, one of these upcoming nights. I am going to stream as long as I feel good. If I start feeling like I'm gonna pass out or whatever, I may call this early tonight. But with that, let's just hop straight back into Unreal. Check our chats. Our levels. Seems like everything's where it's supposed to be. If you recall, when we left off, we had a couple problems, and I've seen a whole lot more that are just like, so much feels like we're going away from our objective as opposed to getting closer to it. So we have our blue guys are chilling. We have our one red, blue versus red here. Our one red dude is shooting. One of the things that we said we were gonna fix was when he shoots somebody and that person dies, he keeps shooting them. They keep shooting them. Now, if you'll notice, there's a couple other problems. What is going on with the bullets? This dude's not even facing who he's shooting. So we've taken a few steps back here, and I think we need to fix a bunch of this stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see here. So what we want is we need our tree, because one of the first things we want to fix is the fact that he keeps shooting when he doesn't have a valid target. So this is has friends, healthy, or is berserk. I want to add a new one in here, and I want it to be has a target. So let's go back and let's do has friends, BTC, BTD. Okay, so let's take this. Well, let's target is stationary. Let's copy from that one, because I have a feeling that is going to give us target is valid. Hopefully all the stuff we already have, or that we're trying to get. So let's double click that guy. Dock this up here. Okay, here's our condition check. So let's see here. The owner controller. We're getting the blackboard. Setting the blackboard. We're getting the value. We're not going to worry about the last enemy location. We're going to get the target actor. And we are going to not get the values of actor. We're going to get as object. Right? And then we're going to take that object. Oh, look, we had it right here. We don't even need to do that. Okay. So we're going to get the target actor from the blackboard. We're going to cast that to the base character. I'm not going to worry about this distance stuff. And then what we are going to do is dead or dying. Which one did we call it? Get is dying. Where did we do that? Let's double check this. Enemy. Here's our enemy. It's not there. That is dying. Yep, we set is dying to true. Okay, so that is the right one. That's the one that we want. So as long as is dying, as long as we're not Boolean. Okay. So if we're not, so many branches here. So if we're not dying, we're gonna return it's true. We're gonna cast it to this. That's gonna fail if it's invalid. If that fails, let's see here. If that cast fails, I don't know if we necessarily want to cause that to be our fail condition, because maybe our target is a target dummy. So, but we are going to say if it's true and it's not dying, then we're going to do true. Otherwise, if it's false, let's just make sure. You know what? For now, this is probably good enough. Let's go like that. And then let's just do this. And in here, what we're going to do is, if we have friends or we're healthy or we're berserk, we're going to come in here. But we want to do etc target valid. We need to make sure our target is valid. So let's do this with an and. Okay, for this one. So what should happen now, theoretically? Let's say this. Once the enemy kills the next enemy, what should happen is they should stop shooting that enemy. Right now he's coming in. Great. Hold on a second. There's still 3 shots that happen after that. Yeah, I don't think that's working. I want to see if we're hitting this point. Okay. Come in here. Oh. Wait a minute. I know why. Okay, I know why. This has nothing to do with that. Okay, so we need to update this condition check in more than one place. So here's the problem. And it's sort of a factor of my lack of understanding about how ability trees work when I first set this up. So what happens is, once a tree gets past this, it is not rechecking this each time. This is an important distinction to understand. What it does is it gets past this and then it comes over here and it basically is just going to hang out over here. It's not going back up to check this. So what we need to do is down here, when we're doing this move 2, one, we probably want to check this. We also could put it on this shoot task. We could stop this right now. It's going to do this simple parallel composite. We could definitely put it here. I don't think that's going to hurt us to have it here. But I actually think we may need it in one more place. So let's see. Yes, Gregory, you can ask questions. That's what we're here for. I'm not promising I have answers, but hopefully we can stumble through them together. Thanks for hopping in, by the way. I know it's late on Sunday. Alright, so our red character is not doing anything now. Oh. So he's patrolling. Okay, we're gonna cheat this a little bit, because otherwise we're gonna be here till Christmas while this dude spawns. So let's move the red spawner a little closer so we're not waiting forever. Yeah, Gregory, I don't know if you... There's a little bit of a delay between the chat and stuff, so here we go. Go ahead and ask your question. So dude is still shooting. Why is he still shooting that guy? Well, like I said, I think there's one more place. If we look at the ability tree, that character's is enemy 0. So enemy 0, if we go to our actual behavior tree for enemy 0, it's up there, it comes down here. See, I don't want him to shoot if the target's not valid. Alright. I guess I had that coming. What's up, Proof I'm a Rapper? I'm getting trolled a little bit here. How are we doing this Sunday night? Gregory, if that's a serious question, it's just kind of an effects timing thing. How's it going, Proof I'm a Rapper? You working on games tonight? Alright, I'm gonna add a decorator here. I don't want to do this unless the target is valid. Not stationary. I thought I chose target is valid. Target is valid. What? Why does it think class defaults? Ah, target is valid. That's why. Okay, target is valid. And so as long as the target is valid, it will do this. Otherwise, it's going to abort the self. That's cool. All right, and so we should definitely... Now, at this point, if this dude is still shooting the enemy that he just killed, I'm going to be terribly confused. All right, turns around. Oops. One, two, three, dead. Stop shooting. Okay, great. Now, it takes a fair bit of time for him to acquire a new target, which I find pretty interesting. So what's he doing when he's not? The guy's dead. Strategizing. Updating the AI, setting focus, all that stuff. Alright. Well, we at least solved that. That's one thing we solved. A couple things that we have left to solve. The fact that the dude is shooting sideways. Not cool. So in order to fix that, we're gonna have to take a look at why he's not, why the enemy who is attacking is not facing the target that he's shooting at, which is weird for that one moment. Because if you look at this, if we look at this behavior tree, there's only one shoot task that I know of. And we can double check this. Because if we remove this, should not shoot at all. So let's just confirm that. He's not shooting at all. He's aiming, but does not actually shoot, which is exactly what we expect. Cool? So, that is in fact the only shoot. And the interesting thing is, for some reason, when they're shooting, even though we just set the focus to the target here, it's not actually facing it. I mean, Gregory, you gotta admit, it's at least reasonable to think that you might be trolling. And I left some benefit of the doubt in there and said that really what it's about is it's about the timing of your VFX. I think that, and also, to be fair, realistically speaking, I don't know if you all remember when the App Store first came out, for iPhones and stuff like that. Some of the most profitable apps were things like the fart hand grenade apps and all those other things. So, like I said, I left some room for maybe it's not a troll. But my general, again, in order to make it look right, it's literally all about timing of your effects. And if you want something to feel legit, like gravity's affecting it and all those kinds of things, there's a couple good people who teach online. I'm trying to remember, two of the people I work with started online schools for VFX and simulation. And even if you go learn how to do effects and timing for explosions and stuff like that, it will totally help you out with your thesis question as well. I'm blanking on the name of that school. Let me look that up. VFX Workshop, is that what it is? Hold on, I'm just looking for what this is. VFX Workshop. Visual Effects Bootcamp. VFX Apprentice. VFXapprentice.com. Literally some of the best timing and stuff like that. Jason's great, especially with like a lot of the 2D stuff, and a couple of instructors like Dave, so just amazing stuff. If I had more time, or when I get some more time, I'm definitely going to do that entire course, because all the timing and everything that is taught in there, how the stuff comes together, the layers, all that stuff, the planning, everything, you will be able to make some pretty kick butt VCs using that tutorial. All right, I lost my chat. Let's bring it back. What are you working on tonight? Proof I'm a rapper. Okay, so we got this. So let's just double check this set focus target. Is this actually focusing what we want? So here's our target actor. If it's an actual actor, we're gonna set our focus. Otherwise, we're gonna fail out. Seems legit. Seems reasonable. So let's try one more thing. Let's see if for some reason we can't add this in here to see if that's what the problem is. And what we're going to do is we're going to swap. Or maybe we'll do both. Alright. Let's see if this character, I'm planning to release it next gen consoles. Well, like I said. Alright, so we're shooting our enemies. That's good. Stop shooting. That's exactly what we wanted. What we're looking for is, are we doing any sideways shooting? Wait a second. Okay. It looks better. That's good. Okay, that looks good. It's interesting that for a brief second, he switches targets. But this is way better than it was. Okay, I'm okay with this so far. It's weird to me though that he was focused on that one dude and then changed. He's probably... See, like, why is he not shooting right now? Where's he stuck? I wonder why he was stuck there. Alright, overall, I'm much better with this. This is cool. I'm fine with this. This is good enough for us to move forward. Alright, last thing that we wanted to fix based off last time as a recap. So, what's happening is in our enemies' ability to choose their positions, that's what these giant pink and red spheres are. So the pink and red spheres kind of determine what their radius is that the character's going to go try to get into and place themselves in when they go to shoot. And the white dots are where it's actually going to. Now the interesting thing about that is I thought that that radius was getting bigger as it got wider, but that does not seem to be the case at all. And so I swear I just saw him shoot sideways again. Sorry, I'm just watching to see if he's shooting sideways again. Alright, well let's fix that radius. Alright, so to do that, what we need to do is we need to go into... I believe this happens in our strategize. Strategize. Event graph. Crazy. Okay. So, and what we're doing is in here. Oh, no. It's not in our strategize. It's in our update attack position, which is AI status, update current attack position. All right, so here's our spheres that are being drawn. And the radius of the second sphere right now is equal to the ring index times the ring radius. That's why. What we really want it to be is we want it to be the ring index. I think we want it to get bigger as we go. So let's just try multiplying this times. Okay. And then we're gonna feed that into here. So now, hold on a second. Let me undo that. I don't know if I want that. Why did I have this as separate? Ah, okay. Because what I really want is I want the ring index plus 1 times the ring radius. Excuse me. Okay. I want to take that radius and I'm going to multiply it by the ring index. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Make this a float. Okay. And then let's feed this in. So now our, which one is it? Our red sphere should be bigger. Is that what we wanted? Let's find out. See, where's this dude stuck right now? What's he thinking about? For whatever reason, he's not aborting out of this sequence. He's just standing there. He's not shooting. What's our target set to right now? This isn't even the problem we're trying to chase. Enemy C4. That's valid. Okay, so that should be successful. So that looks good. But it's like, oh, because we're already in our spot. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, I know what's happening there. Oh, I can explain that in a second. I don't know. Interesting. Why don't we see our spheres show up? Okay, there we go. Whoa, it's huge. It's crazy. Nope, that's way too big. That's not gonna work. Okay. Let's go back to this. Ring radius +1. Let's just say the ring index, maybe we divide by 2. Try this. Oh, that looks better. Not really though. See, he's stuck. This is actually a problem. He never actually goes anywhere because the move 2 interesting. It's only because the enemy moved out of the way that he was able to move. And those radiuses aren't any good at all. Okay, we are not making the progress that I would like to be making. So let's just take this and kill this and multiply it by 2 instead. Keep this simple. That's pretty big. Let's try 1.5. That's a reasonable ring. I'll take that. That's fine. Okay, so let's just double check that's just not a superficial thing. Last enemy locations. When we find our new spots, we're getting in the ring radius +1 times the ring radius. I think we need a 1.5 in here. But that's only true if our ring radius is greater than 3. So we'll have to think about that, because that just... We're gonna find a new spot in this case. Maybe what we want to do is we want to change it so that our ring radius is set. In other words, rather than having it be 200 every time, we create a lookup where, okay, we could do that. Here's what we could do. If we wanted to make this a little bit more predictable, I guess is probably the word that I'm looking for. All right, so basically what's happening is our characters are trying to determine where they're going to go to attack from, and in order to do that, they're using these rings around their target, and depending on how many other characters are within that ring, it determines how many characters are allowed to be in each ring, so that they don't overcrowd and they take turns and all those kinds of things. But right now, our ring radius is fixed. It's always 200. I believe that's what we have it set to here. 200. No, 150. 150. But it might make sense that what we do is we just specify what the ring radiuses are based on the ring index. And so what we could do is... let's create a new variable. Let's create a new variable called ring lookup table. Ring radius lookup table. And we're gonna make this a map. They're gonna be integers, but it's going to actually be a map. And the second one is gonna be a float. Okay? And if we compile this and save it, we should be able to effectively... Oh, okay, so ring radius 150, add. Oh, interesting. 0, 1, 2. 3, 0, 1, 2. Oh, it won't let me have... It won't let me have the same one twice. So let's go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. Okay, so we're going to start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, and we'll make them all 150 to start with. So this should be effectively the exact same thing we have right now. And then once we get to ring 3, let's just make these bigger. So 1.5 times that was going to be, plus another 75 would be 225. So let's go 225 for a little bit. And then let's do 275, 275, 300, 300, 300. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this. Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe. Get. Nope, that's not what I want. Get array item. Nope, that's not what I want. It's interesting. Get the ring radius. Map. Find keys, values. What? Okay, here we go. So we're gonna find from the ring index. That should give us a value. And we'll plug that in. And actually what we want is this. Hold on a second. That's not quite what we want. We want this. Okay. OPOP, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a little while. What's up tonight? All right, so the ring radius here, we're actually going to set based on this guy, same way we did before, over here. So we're using a different radius. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here, just to be consistent. Now the only problem with doing this is if for some reason we have more than 10 ring indices, which we should not have, but it could be a potential issue. All right, so that should take care of that. Now we still have the problem where what's happening is, yeah, look at that. That ring looks way better. Okay, so we're still having the problem where, dude just shot sideways again. That is so infuriating. Did not used to do that. Okay, so the circle of death. Schmelly Orc, I didn't even see you hop in. Welcome, thanks for hopping in. Okay, so basically now he's picking his targets, shooting them, dead, all that. That's great, right? Everybody's happy, except why is he just standing there right now? Yes, very sneaky. So one of the reasons why the red dude is just standing there is if we look at the ability tree, this is what's happening. So what's happening is we're coming in here, we're in, this part of the ability tree is everything our ranged characters are doing. And this is way more complicated than it needs to be. I set this up. When I set this up, I still lacked a lot of understanding about how these ability tree works and stuff like that. But I think there's a lot of ways we can simplify that, but we're not gonna do that right now. But anyways, what's happening is it's coming in, it's doing its thing, la-di-da-di-da, wait, sets the focus, it comes in here, it comes into the simple parallel, and it does this move too. Now, the way the simple parallel works is it does this stuff over here while this is not true. But the problem is that if we're already in a good destination to shoot from, never gonna do this. So he's never gonna shoot. Enemy's never gonna shoot in this particular case. So, there is an argument to be made here that this shouldn't be a simple move too. Or a simple parallel. the problem is that if he's already in place, we end up with a double shoot. So I guess what we could do to kind of prove out my point though is we could just drop in another shoot task here. All right, and then what's gonna happen is we should no longer see that point where he's just standing there doing nothing. So here comes the red dude. He's waiting to get in range before he shoots. There, start shooting. Great. Switch targets. Look at that. Switch targets again. I'm okay with that. Okay, so what? Okay, that's fine. So basically the EQS system is updating which target is closer for him. And as a result of that, he's switching between targets. None of this is bugging me. Like, none of this is driving me nuts right now. This is all fine and good. So he was moving to that. Oh, interesting. Look at this. He's still moving to, okay, look at what he's doing. Let's see if we can do it again. When we see the red and the purple spheres, okay, he's going to move to this white circle. While he's moving to the white circle, he's shooting an enemy. But he keeps going there. And so, I mean, that's not necessarily bad, but part of me is like, does he need to keep moving to this white circle now that the dude he was shooting is dead? I don't think he does. I think it kind of makes him feel, I don't want to say dumb, but that dude, he didn't even have to move. He's just shooting him, that's fine. So he's gonna go towards this white circle while shooting that blue dude. Now he's gonna keep on moving there, even though that guy's dead. So we kind of want, I think we kind of want that whole branch to be invalid if that happens. So why is that not happening? So what's happening is in here, are we just not aborting self? Look, there is a target is valid here. Oh, observer aborts none. Huh, interesting. Why is that? I guess you can't choose to abort within this? Oh, okay. That's news. I'm able to abort that. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if we can do this a different way. Let's see if we can get rid of this. Reconnect this like it was before. And then we're going to come back up here, and on this simple parallel, can we add a decorator? Target is valid. Ooh, we can. Server abort self. So this should all get invalidated. So now, let's try that again. Red gonna spawn. Go ahead and turn around. He's moving towards, oh, look at that. I think it worked. Hold on. He's moving towards the white circle and stops. Perfect. Okay, for some reason, we couldn't do that. Now, target acquisition's a little bit slow, but okay. You know, I'm not hating it. Okay, so let's revive. Ooh, wrong thing. Let's, whoa, another orange dude showed up. I wonder how that happened. Okay, so let's go back to our ability tree here. And if we zoom in, we are going to skip this. Interesting. Not sure how that was working, but okay. So now our blues should fight back. So let's make this a little bit more of an even match. Let's move these guys back. And we're gonna go 5 here. Alright, so we should have full red versus blue. Alright. And they should all be fighting. Now, anybody with a handgun is out of range right now. They switched to rifles. Red is getting just hammered right now. Whoa, everybody's looking for targets. Okay, I think we can get rid of our debug spheres. Let's do this. Update our current attack position. Okay, so it looks like this comes through here, down to here. That's that. And then I saw a white sphere somewhere. Here it is. We don't need this one either. Okay, so this should get rid of our debug stuff. And now, holy cow, it's already 11 o'clock. Red is coming in. Blue's fighting back. Red's getting cut down. Don't stop firing, people. So, oh, dude, red got smoked. Red got totally smoked. They're kind of moving as a unit. It's interesting. Do we have a problem? Like, why are these red dudes just standing here, not shooting? So this is an enemy, which is enemy 23. Okay, that didn't help me. He died too fast. Enemy 28. See if we can take a look at this at the same time. They're stuck in some loop, I'm guessing. Here's our behavior tree. Oh, maybe his health is not good. Enemy 36. Somehow that dude's in patrol scan. How is that dude in patrol scan? There are clearly enemies to be shot. What is this specifically? Simple parallel move to. Squad lead is not set. Interesting. Oh, I wonder if what's happening is our squad leader's getting shot and dying, and so they are stuck because they don't know what to do without their squad leader. It's possible. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna hop in here with these dudes just for fun. Stop. Let's just play. Because I haven't done this in a while. Alright, now what I'm curious about is, do any of them ever target me? Doesn't seem like it, does it? I was like standing in the middle of a firefight and they're just like, who's that guy? Interesting. I mean, if I'm this close to these people, like, and I shoot him in the side of the head like that, he should totally look at me and start shooting me. Oh, we're gonna have to take a look at what's going on here, because this is... Okay, now this guy looks like he's looking at me. Maybe. Oh, maybe not. Well, that's interesting. Does red ever shoot me? No, nobody ever shoots me. Look, I mean, I know we're not making super amazing progress overall, but it's kind of cool that we have red versus blue fighting each other, switching between weapons and doing stuff. We still have a ways to go, but I mean, I could reasonably set up the prototype I want, even with where we are right now. I think the important thing is it would be good to figure out some of the navigation issues so that they can go up hills and stuff like that. You know, as an example, let's just see this here. If we zoom out here. Okay, so let's take, like, I do not believe that our enemies would be able to get off of this platform. So we're gonna take all of our red enemies and spawn them on this platform. Let's just see if they can get off of this platform. Okay, so they have the higher ground. It does not seem like they can get off that platform. It doesn't seem like they want to try either. Okay, so let's do this. I know how to try. I know how to force this. Let's take away all their guns. I know. So mean. Enemy AI. Because what this will do is this will force them to melee. And as melee, they'll try to climb this theoretically. Okay, what are they doing? Like, seriously, what are they doing? Enemy 5, what are you doing, enemy 5? Let's make this so that you all can see it. Ah, I can't seem to quite click the edge of the window. Here we go. Alright, so if we're looking at this... Oh wait, somehow a red got down. Did it get bounced off? Or what? What is enemy 5 doing? Enemy 5. Alright, it's a melee thing. He's in the right tree. Oh, enemy 5 just died. Oh. Wait, they don't have fireballs, do they? Enemy 11. Let's see what enemy 11's up to. He's going to the move to location. But does he have a valid target? Okay, so a couple things we need to do. Some of the stuff that we were doing with the other characters was like in here, we were checking to make sure that they had a valid target. I think we should do the same thing here. We're gonna abort self. move this. There we go. Alright, so that's one thing. We also... We shouldn't even be in here if we don't have a valid target, but... You know. Okay. Alright, y'all, we are getting close to wrapping this up for tonight. So those dudes just, they either jumped off that or they fell off. Man, this red dude is killing people. These blue guys aren't close enough to do any damage. But they are doing what they're supposed to be doing in this. Dude, he just... Wait, did he just... Hold on. Let me help you kill that guy for a second. I can't tell if they're jumping off. Or they're getting pushed off. Because I think they're made... Oh wait, this is too high. I can't jump up here. Okay, hold on. So that could be part of the problem. Let's make that lower. Go half that height. Go again. Okay, so I can totally mantle that. So can these dudes mantle this? They're supposed to mantle that. But it doesn't look like they are. Why are they backing away? Why? It almost looks like they're following me. Okay. What? Hold on. If I stand over here and they come over here, then I know they're following me. Okay, come on, man. What? There's gotta be something going on with melee targeting that they are... I mean, they're literally following me around the map. Oh, I accidentally got rid of all my weapons. Alright, so let's take a quick look to see if that's obvious, and that may be something that we work on next time. So if we're fight, updating the AI status, setting our walking gaits, updating current attack position, updating the current attack position, owner controllers, rings. It's all the normal find spot stuff. This is the same stuff we were using before. Update last known target. Target actor. Okay. Something's going on where... Let's see if they just stay back here with me. Okay, come on now. You can't tell me that that's normal. So what is happening here? Oh, what are the numbers? This is enemy 1 is a good example. Let's take a look at enemy 1. Enemy 1 is patrolling Get random locations. What are they doing right now? Oh, they left me. They left me because okay, now they're back on me. They're back to fighting again, so something is going on with these move to locations. Look at this. Enemy spotted. Okay, so let's see if we can. There must be something left over from our old stuff. Where. Okay, so we haven't looked at this in a really long time, but what we used to do is if we lost sight of our target, we would just go to where we last saw them as a starting point. And it doesn't even look like this is being used. Set focused last known enemy task. What does this do? Last enemy location sets the focal point. That shouldn't even be what we're doing though. And we come in here if line of sight is not set. And we had line of sight. And strategy type is not 2. So basically, if we don't have line of sight, and we used to have line of sight, and we're not defending, then what we're going to do is we're going to update what we're doing, and meaning we're going to last scene, and then we're going to clear that we had sight. We're going to set the focus to the last location. We're going to move to the last enemy location. So the question is, what is the last enemy location getting set to? Because I didn't even think. I didn't even think we were doing this anymore. I didn't even think we were using this anymore. So what's gonna happen is, in this case, we just need to know who's updating last enemy locations. Let's do this. We're gonna search for all last enemy locations and figure out where we're using it. Alright, so that's the update move to. Update the distance to the target. What we're doing here is move to location and attack position. Interesting. That we're just using it. Not entirely sure why. Distance-based weights. Tell friends. Tell friends. Are we still telling our friends? I didn't even know we were doing that anymore. So up here, we're setting our focus, we're resetting our claims. We're not even doing the tell friends anymore. Okay, that's not it. Setting the target info. We are setting that at least. This isn't set target info. Here's my question. Player. Controller. Are we accidentally still doing something with the player controller in one of these tasks that we forgot about? Inventory list, plasma labels, HUDs, set focus tab. Okay, it's here, but it's not being used. So we can clean that up. Set focus task, still there. Look at this. This is ALS BT set focus. I don't like this. I don't think this should be this at all. So let's get the blackboard. This is what I think this should be. If we get the blackboard here, let's get the target get as object. Let's make a literal name. Let's get a target actor. And then what we're going to do is, y'all, I should definitely be quitting right now because I'm way too sick to be doing this, but you just get in it, right? You just get in it. Okay, so all right, here's what we're gonna do this. We're gonna see, is this valid? And is this if it's valid, we're gonna set the focus to be the target actor, which is this dude. Oh, which we're gonna have to cast to an actor. So if it's valid and we cast it to an actor, if that succeeds, then we're gonna set the new focus. We're no longer gonna use the player controller for that. Now, if none of these are true, I think what we want to do is we want to set our focal point to where we're going to, so that we are looking where we're walking. Seems to make sense, right? Oh, I see. Okay, so let's see here. We're getting a target added, and if it's valid and it's an actor, then we're going to set the focus to that and we're going to finish the execute. However, if it's not, what can we do? Can we set focal point? Stop. Stop. Why is it doing that? Set focal point. Okay, so if any of these things fail, then what we're going to do is we're going to get a different blackboard entry. We're going to get value as vector. Get value as vector. And that's going to be our move to location. Move to location. And we're going to set this to here. And so if this fails, we'll do that. That fails, we'll do having some problems dragging and dropping tonight. If any of those things happen, that's what we're going to do. and then we'll finish the execute. So set focus should now either set focus to our target or to the move to location. Seems pretty cool. The question is, where are we using this? Oh, interesting. I don't even know that we're using that in our ability tree. That's kind of funny. So over here, updating status, telling our friends, setting our walking gait, running gait, setting focus target, set focus task. Wow. Okay. Update AI status task. Why do we even need this in here? If it fails or not, we're still doing this. We don't need this. It's doing absolutely nothing. So this is tell friends, which I don't think we're actually doing. Because it's up here. It'd be great if there was an easy way to search within these to find where all of this is being done. Set focus, move to, set focus, tell friends, it is being done. It's absolutely being done. Okay, so this could be part of our problem. I think after all that, we finally found it. Okay, so we're setting target spotted. But what target is it spotting? Tell friends. So we're basically going through, we're finding all of the enemies. Oh dude, this entire thing is messed up because we used to do this. Okay, the problem is we used to do this based on the assumption that the enemies only ever fought the players. But now enemies can fight players or other enemies. And so the result is that these, when we come through here, we're finding all enemies. If they're valid, we're not even checking if they're on the same team or not. And then we're telling all the enemies that the target is spotted, we're doing this thing. Okay, we're not doing that tonight. We're gonna do that Wednesday morning. Hopefully I'm feeling better. Okay, so with that, let's do this. Let's wrap this up. So Schmelly Orc, OPOP, Gregory, and Proof I'm a Rapper. Everybody else, thanks for hopping in. It was cool seeing you all tonight. We got a few things done. We got a few things fixed. I know what we're going to do as far as fixing a couple more things come Wednesday. I feel like we're starting to get to a point where the AI stuff is getting closer, and hopefully we can move into more of the ability tree stuff. Not the ability tree, sorry. The actual gameplay ability system. I'd like to, I've seen a lot of people work doing some really cool things where their enemies are like charging in. So when it's their turn to attack, they'll go and they'll kind of charge into place and then do their attack. We also want to make it so that those melee punches, even though they look lame, the intent of them is not to be lame, and they should at least hit the target. That would be a good thing. So those might be a couple things that we work on Wednesday morning. Like I said, everybody, thanks for hopping in. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see some of you hopefully Wednesday, if not next Sunday. Have a good one.